Vincent Van Gogh, people told him, you can't be a great painter, you only have one ear. You know what he said? I can't hear you.
Listening to Sippin' Sports, a Phillies sports talk morning show with Chris, KJ, and Dalt. Proudly powered by 302 Birds. Let's take it to the show.
Happy Saturday morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Sippin' Sports podcast. Tonight, pre-recording disclosure, we got Chaos Chris and Dalt on the mic. I'm here from Wildwood. Chris, how are you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing great, besides the Phillies getting absolutely Bonnie Blued tonight. That sucks to watch, but besides that, we're having some fun, drinking some Surfsides, go Phils.
Hey, salud, man. I'll drink to that. But we're out here. We're having a good time tonight. We got a lot to break down for you guys in Philly sports as always. Matt can't be here tonight. He's got a busy weekend. Shout out to Mikey D and all the guys that are hanging out with him. But we got a Brewers preview. We're going to be talking about Harper or Schwarber. We're going to be talking about Huff on the chopping block and his golf back. But let's kick it off with the first topic, which is the Milwaukee Brewers preview. And we had an awesome moment with our new producer backstage a second ago. I wish we would have gotten it live because it was hilarious. His grandmother said it looked like darn batting practice out there, which I got to agree with. It sucks because I feel like the Brewers are a pretty respectable team, especially when you see a familiar face like Rhys Hoskins, and they definitely are getting the better of the Phillies in this game. Chris, what are your thoughts on it being kind of the Phillies expert of the podcast?
It's a bad game. They had a bad game in game 2 yesterday. I still think they're fine as a team. I just think they're going through a little rough patch here these last couple games. Losing Bryce hurts. It really hurts. Hopefully it's a quick thing, but I think he's probably going to wind up hitting the IL here in the next couple of days. He said it's really sore, which for Bryce to be sore like that, it's got to be a lot of pain because he played through a torn UCL when they went to the World Series. So it's got to be a pretty serious injury for him to be that hurt. It's tough to see with him. And Rhys Hoskins is back right now, which there's some who are really excited about Rhys Hoskins being back, and there's others who are like, leave that in the fucking past.
Yeah, I get it, man. I like what you said about Bryce too, because Bryce is such a key piece of this team that I do want to see him get back. Like, I don't want to make any mistakes with this injury. And that's something we're going to talk about here a little bit later in the show, too. Not right now, but how valuable Harper really is to this team. And I think, no doubt, he's valuable. Him and Kyle Schwarber are 1A, 1B right now of the two top guys that this team needs. But I like that the Phillies are being cautious about it, but it is a little bit concerning, like you said, because Harper's been such a piece for so long. And Harper's also like, he's cut from that cloth that Philadelphians love. Like, he's a tough guy. He doesn't let, his emotions get the best of him, and he's not soft. And I feel like that's something we all resonate with around here. So it is a little bit concerning, like you said, Chris, that he's still out. He's still struggling with that because he's somebody that we all like watching and we all like seeing. But yeah, hopefully they'll start to bounce back because I guess, is it still 6-2 right now?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, they're still getting Bonnie Blued, as I said before.
Bonnie Blued is all time. That's a good one. Oh, my gosh. But, hey, moving along now to our next topic in the show, which is something that I've kind of wanted to debate. I've been hearing it all around Philly media. Shout out to our producer, Jaden, for Backstage for crushing it so far on these transitions. You're doing great, man. But Harper or Schwarber? I was thinking about it the other night, deep in thought, Chris, sitting there in my room, like, who really is the key piece to this team? Is it Harper or is it Schwarber? 1A, 1B, like I said. And I think it is fair to argue that Kyle Schwarber is just as impactful, is just valuable to this team as Bryce Harper is. Don't get me wrong. Bryce Harper is the fuel to the fire. He's the personality. He's the face of the team. I get that. But I think as far as a production standpoint and a reliability, you could argue that Kyle Schwarber's right there with him. Agree?
No.
Let's hear it.
I Bryce Harper's a better player. All
Agreed.
around Bryce Harper's a better player. He's a multi-time MVP for a reason. He got $330 million for a reason. He is the heart and soul of this baseball team. Now, I also think this is just a terrible debate because they can keep both of these guys. And they're probably going to keep both of these guys. I just I don't see how this is a debate that much at all, really. Like, they play different positions. Schwarber's a DH or left field, and Harper's a first baseman. Also, the reason the Phillies went to the World Series in 2022 was because Bryce Harper hit that home run opposite field in the NLCS to bring him there. Did Schwarber have some big-time hits? Yeah. But Bryce Harper is the lifeblood of this team, and you can really tell when Harper's not in the lineup. Like tonight, they've only scored 2 runs. Harper's not in the lineup. He's just even when he's not hitting, he's a distraction out there, and he at least makes the pitcher think every time he's at Schwarber. I think it's a lot better pitches sometimes because of Bryce Harper.
That's a fair point. I get that. I definitely agree with you. Way better player, way worth more money. And you're right. They are probably going to keep both guys. We should hope, right? Because it is like peanut butter and jelly with the way that they roll, especially now that they finally found Stott humming in the front of that lineup. But my biggest thing is it's just I feel like Kyle Schwarber, I don't know. I just feel like every time we need a big moment, Kyle's there. Especially this season. I just want to see more from Bryce this year. You're not wrong with what you're saying. Recency bias, Bryce Harper has it. Every moment that we've had, you're right. It's Bryce's team. And I don't dispute that either. I wonder if in the back of Kyle Schwarber's head, he's like, hey, I'm doing a lot to contribute here too. And I don't think he's more of a greedy guy. I think he's more of the good news is I think the team respects the hell out of him. So that's why I think he would take a pay cut because he actually likes being a part of this team. He likes being a part of this franchise. He likes the way that they treat their players. He likes being a part of a team that's a contender year in and year out. So I will say if I had to keep one, I'm probably with Chris, gun to my head, it's going to be Bryce Harper. He's the better player. But they're probably going to keep both. I just think that more people need to put respect on Kyle Schwarber's name of hey, this guy is potentially, I would say, one of the top players in the MLB, not just on the Phillies, but when he's at his best, he can be for his position, designated hitter. I obviously understand he's a fat dude that sits in the outfield too. When you talk about the other side of the ball, and it's twofold, but at the same time, he's very reliable. He's one of the most reliable guys in baseball, and he's a good dude. So, and he's great for the team. So I think that speaks volumes for itself.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I mean, it's tough when it's a DH only too, because it's only one position that he can play. He's a butcher in left field. He's not a left fielder. I know he plays there sometimes, but he's not a left fielder. It's almost do you kind of keep that DH spot open so you can give some more guys breaks here and there? I think it was really going to depend on how much Kyle Schwarber wants. I think if he wants $30 million a year or less, he will be back in a Phillies uniform. If he wants more than that, he'll probably be somewhere else. I don't see him going anywhere else. He just seems like such a perfect Philadelphia Philly right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to stay here.
I love it, Chris. I'm with you, man. He seems like a perfect Philadelphia Philly. That might be the quote of the night because you're right. It's he was almost meant to retire a Philly, I feel like. This is meant to be the place where he retires, where he raises his family, stuff like that. And I think he's all about it too. So we shall see. We shall see. I know we all are rooting for Mr. Kyle Schwarber. Someone we aren't rooting for was Bryce Huff, who now is on the chopping block. Well done, Chris. Right on timing. But the good news is, I thought he would be on this team this year. I don't know about you. And Joe Giglio from WIP put it best. I thought that they would get less for him. They seem to be able to find a way to decently flip this guy to, as shout out to Filthy and Philly would say, the Red Cowboys.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get cut. I didn't think they were going to be able to trade him and for a mid-round pick. And they were able to move a lot of his salary onto the 49ers. I mean, that's to me, sure, that 5th or 6th round pick, whatever they're going to get out of this, cool. That $15 million this year that they're saving, they can now go and get Trey Hendrickson if they want him. If they're still willing to pay that kind of contract. They have $45 million in cap space now. They can go get a legit edge rusher who is established and not just a shot in the dark. Yes, they paid Huff a lot of money when they got him. But in the grand scheme of things, for a guy who had double-digit sacks the year before, they didn't give him a crazy amount of money. It's essentially what Josh Sweat got this offseason, just for less years. So I can't fault Howie for signing him last year. You know, the trade, I think it's a good trade. I think the salary part of it's great. And then you see the fucking actions after with Bryce Huff. Josh Huff was probably better as an Eagle, which is crazy to say. Seriously, I think Josh Huff might have been
You're
a
not
better
wrong.
Eagle
I
than
think he had
Bryce.
one touchdown, which was a kick return against the Bucks. I think you're right.
But like the actions of the on Instagram on the Instagram story, come on, bro. The fuck? You won a Super Bowl here. The only year you were here, you're gonna do. Fuck you.
I'm with that. I am so with that, Chris. When I saw your rant, and don't take it personal, I wish I could have accepted the collab right away because I felt that video. That video, like, I knew we had a couple other posts, so I had to honor them. But as soon as I could accept it, like as soon as that hour mark was up, I was like, accept, because it was like an OG like EDP post. And I don't mean it like that. I just mean like it was like a Chip Kelly. You know what I mean? Like it was like a Bryce Huff. It felt so Philly-esque when I was watching the video. And it's exactly how we all felt as fans, because it's like, number one, you're right. You didn't do anything here in this jersey. So what are you running your mouth about? Number two, you got a free ring for coloring on a group project. Congratulations. Like, you literally got coloring on the group project and you got a free ring out of it. And then you're going to shit talk that team with this dumbass post. Like, come on, man. Yeah, I agree with you, Chris. I thought it was a classless move. I thought, okay, if he wouldn't have won a ring, I would have gotten it, right? Everybody's a diva now in the NFL. I would have gotten it. But the thing is, you know damn well he's going to be flexing that Super Bowl ring because that's the only one he's going to have in his career. And he's going to be showing off that Super Bowl ring like, look, I earned this. I did this. You didn't do anything. You literally got coloring on the group project and got a free Super Bowl ring out of it.
As a dude who came from the fucking Jets.
Now, how are you feeling about him being reunited with Saleh? How are you feeling about him being reunited with, I guess it's the defensive coordinator now for the Niners?
I really see him as being a good player again. And I was actually looking forward to him coming back this year and seeing if he could do something. Because you don't just get 10 sacks by accident. Like, he still has talent. It's just, is he going to put it together? And does he have the attitude? I think that might be more than anything. He didn't want to play for Fangio. I think that's really what happened. But that kind of attitude just doesn't work for me. I don't think it works for the Philadelphia Eagles anymore either. They just don't put up with that shit anymore. We've seen it. Devin White got cut week 2. Like, these things just don't work anymore in Philadelphia. They have more of a spine to them now, and I love to see it because you don't need to keep this cancer in your locker room anymore.
I love it, dude. I'm with you. Like honestly, clear out all the bad mojo because you're right. Like, and remember at the beginning of this year, we were talking about it on Sippin' Sports. We were all debating because we didn't know what Vic Fangio was yet. We didn't know. And remember how there was like that little inkling of doubt that Brandon Graham had where he said, I remember we talked about it on this podcast. He had a quote and he said, well, Vic likes his things his way. Or he said something like that. That is a moment when winners win and losers lose. What you got to understand is as a team, there's got to be one leader and you got to follow the leader. And Vic Fangio, he's been around the block. He's won Super Bowls. He's done great things with Denver Broncos defenses. Like he's seen it all in the NFL. So I'm just really proud of this Eagles team as a whole for collectively buying into Vic Fangio. Now, granted, Chris is right. You're going to have those guys that scatter out. Like you said, Chris, Devin White is a phenomenal example. Huff now, right? But what about the guys like Zach Bond, who were nobodies? Like Cooper DeJean, who wasn't a nobody, but he was a rookie. Quinyon Mitchell. All these guys who are established NFL potential Pro Bowlers now, like elite talent, developed because they trusted in Vic Fangio's discipline and his values and just the basic fundamentals. And look at where it got him. It got him a ring. So I'm with you, Chris. If you don't buy into Vic Fangio, if you don't buy into this team, get the hell out of Philly. The door's right there.
Well, and at this point, I'd rather bring in, a Josh Uche or a Azeez Ojulari who buys in. That's a better player than Huff at this point. Sure, they might not have the talent, but I really think what's here and what's up here sometimes can matter a lot more than your talent, especially in the NFL now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude, very well said. I'm glad we broke that down that way because if you're not a real Philly fan, you will definitely not agree with what Chris and I said. But if you're a real Philly fan, you understand there's a certain respect that comes around here. Sorry about that, Jaden. My fault. Instinct. I got to get out of that instinct. But is golf back is our next topic, which I was thinking about this the other day. I've been playing a lot of golf, Chris. I don't know about you. I think I saw you and Con were at the course. Maybe we'll all have to go out and do a 302 day where we just screw around and, get a couple of surf sides. My God, yeah. So I think golf is making a pretty good run for itself. And I'm just going to name off a couple names here that I think are pretty entertaining guys to watch. Obviously, you got Rory McIlroy, who just won this past year, Jordan Spieth, Bryson DeChambeau, Tiger Woods. Now you got also the younger generation in Charlie Woods. You got John Daly's son who's making a name for himself. So I just feel like every 20 years or so, there's a group of golfers that just really make the sport entertaining, fun, and just show like average guys like me, like Chris, like KJ, hey, we can go out there and hit the course and maybe have one good shot on 18 holes and feel good about it. But mainly it's fun. It's a fun way to just healthily decompress, unplug, hang out with your buddies. And I'm glad to see that the trend of golf is coming back. But I definitely think golf is making a comeback and it's gotten more entertaining and it's just making more of a name for itself. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I got another set of names for you.
Let's hear it.
Really, the real big reason. Garrett Clark from Good Golf.
Yep.
Grant Horvat, Micah Morris. Like all these YouTube golfers are really, really, really carrying golf right now. And yeah, Bryson is so big because of the YouTube game, I really think. And he can absolutely smoke a drive 400 yards. Fucking insane. But it makes it fun to watch. Golf has always been such a boring game. But then you go see good go out and fucking spin a wheel and hit a golf ball with a fucking oar. That shit is so funny to me. Like, just it's so much more entertaining, different ways that you can play golf. And I think, I don't know, it might just be us getting older now and like, oh, we can go spend 4 hours on the course and everything that's going on is gone. We're just on the course for 4 hours. That is the most fun thing in the world. And I don't know why I'm freezing like this, but whatever.
It's all good. The good news when we pre-record too, I think when we upload that stuff in the background, it actually will sync it and make it all like HD and shit. So high-tech shit, Clark. You know what I'm saying? But like Chris said, we're getting older. It ain't getting any slower. So he's right. Sometimes just having that moment to unplug with your buddies is special. I definitely know I want to get a moment where you and I go out on the course this year with KJ and Jack and just screw around. Like, that's what it's all about. It's about laughing at yourself, laughing at each other, having fun, and just having a good time, enjoying the weather, because like Chris said, there's so many troubles that we all deal with in our personal life, day jobs, night jobs, family, this, that, relationships, good things too. Don't get me wrong. But sometimes it's just nice to be able to say, hey, I'm going to go out with the boys for 4 hours and we're going to be the boys. And you feel like a kid again. And great point about the YouTube golf too, man. I mean, it's really kind of gotten guys like me into it, of where you see the entry point is easier to get to. I feel like you see these guys that look like you and me that are just playing golf, average Joes, and they're having fun doing it. You're like, maybe I'll do that. I'll tell you what I did yesterday. I went to shout out to Second Swing Golf in Wilmington, Delaware.
Fuck yeah!
Have you been
there? I got
there?
all my wedges from there.
Yes.
Sponsor me.
Sponsor us. Sponsor Weekends Last Beer. We'll have to work on that, Chris. You and I should just go in there and drop a bag and a bunch of 302 gear.
Yeah, I might.
That's exact. I had on the hoodie yesterday when I bought the wedge, and it was so I bought a Callaway Opus.
Oh yeah,
gunmetal blue pitching wedge, because it's the only thing I know how to use is my pitching wedge. I'm okay at putt because obviously, you go to the shore, you'll play at the shore. My drive is horrible, man. We got to work on that. But I want to go out on the course with everybody and maybe do and me and Jack and Frank from Weekends Last Beer, if you guys haven't, give them a follow. We're talking about it. But stay tuned, Chris. I told them, I said, I want to do a golf tournament. And they said, coming in the spring, it sounds like we're going to do a charity fundraiser for Eagles Autism.
Oh, I'm so in.
Best ball tournament.
Bag. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. So get ready. I'm going to lose a lot of balls. Drink a lot of Surfside.
Hey, my uncle was pro, so he just fucking brings me loads of golf balls. I'm like, you realize these are all going to the water, right? Stop giving me the good ones.
Hey, if your uncle's pro, maybe he should play on Team Sippin' Sports, right?
I don't know. He's older now, so I don't know if he's got it like that anymore. But you know
maybe
what? We can fucking use anything because I'm good for at least 4 in the water.
Hey, tell Coach we might need him as caddy or something for Team Sippin' Sports, because that's going to be a fun one.
Yes, sir.
But that's, I think, all we got for you guys. A little bit more of a concise podcast. It's getting later. I got to go get some grub in my stomach. I think I'm going to go find Steve's Prince of Steaks Wildwood and then cover the Phillies post-game show later for you guys tonight if I got the energy. But if you guys are watching this on Saturday morning live, please, please, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. All those little things really mean a ton. Half of this trade-off is me and Chris hop on here once a week to do all this stuff for you. Our graphics team, Joey and Ashley, steps up, and Nolan to make sure we're prepared doing all of that. It's really a whole operation, and it's for free for you guys. We want to give you guys a great product for free. So we do our part. If you could do your part and like, comment, subscribe, that would mean the world to me. But I'm not going to beg you anymore. Other than that, that's all I got. Go Phillies. And hopefully this team keeps rolling, because I think now it's 23 out of the past 31, which isn't that good. But, hey, it's a lot better than they were. So let's see. But, Chris, you got anything you want to say before we wrap up?
Phillies better fucking win tomorrow.
Maybe I'll bet on them just because you said that, all right?
Then we're going to lose. Fuck that.
But other than that, I want to thank our producer, Jaden, for doing an exceptional job tonight on camera and on lower thirds. First time you wouldn't even know it. I think we might have found a ace. But that's all we got. Have a good weekend. Be safe. And go Birds. Go Phils.